My name is Michelle Earhart, and I am the Senior Vice President and Chief Communications and Marketing Officer at the University of Memphis. We're so glad that you could be with us today. It is a special day for the university and for Tiger Athletics. You're going to be hearing from members of our athletic staff, and we're going to follow that with a Q&A. So let's get started. It's with great pleasure that I introduce to you our new athletic director, Dr. Ed Scott.
Well, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate it, and thank you for the warm applause. I'm going to be brief, but what I would like to start with is echoing what Michelle said. This is a pivotal moment for our university and for our athletics community. Thinking first about our women's soccer program, 14 conference championships, 12 NCAA tournament appearances, and 2 back-to-back Sweet 16s. I'm pausing because I can see some of our ladies in the back, and that's the first team I met with when I became the AD, and they fed me really well that night. So they have a special place in my heart, with a big win over Missouri the other night, ladies. I saw that too. This will also benefit our men's soccer program, who's earned back-to-back NCAA appearances and have reached national rankings of their own. So congratulations to our gentlemen on the soccer side. Our track and field program has collected 142 individual conference championships, 440 all-conference honors, and 250 NCAA qualifiers and a national champion. Please give them a round of applause. I think most importantly for me as the new athletic director, our student athletes deserve a place that reflects their athletic accomplishments, and I think this new facility will do that. But the importance goes way beyond just a facility in bricks and mortar. It will honor the legacy of Liza Fletcher. I didn't have the chance to meet Liza, but I've heard wonderful things about her. And as a girl dad, it's a special place in my heart when we can honor a young woman. Liza, from what I've heard, was a cherished member of our Memphis athletic family with a smile that could light up any room and anyone she encountered. Her passion for the game of soccer, her commitment to this university, and her unwavering dedication to those who to those around her will continue to inspire us all. Liza Wellford Fletcher Stadium will not only elevate our athletic programs, but it will stand as a lasting tribute to Liza. It will provide our athletic programs and future generations of Tigers with first-class facilities, and we need your support. We invite you all to join us on this transformative journey. Together, we can build a brighter future for our student athletes. We can ensure that Liza's light continues to shine for years to come. Now, I'd like to turn it over to my colleague, Christina Wider. Thank you.
Thank you all for being here on this special day. For those of you whom I do not know, I'm Christina Wider, Associate Athletic Director for the University of Memphis, and I also have the pleasure of being the Sport Administrator for women's soccer. Before we kick off this special day, I would like to share a message that resonates with me and that I was reminded of at our first women's soccer match this season. Many of you here know the great coach, Johnny Walker. I'm looking for Johnny. He's probably getting nervous about what I'm about to say. But last year, after we won our 14th conference championship, everyone else is running on the field, jumping with joy. And I noticed Johnny's kind of off to the side, which was quite a unique reaction, especially given that they had just completed an undefeated AAC season, a historic run. And so Johnny went on to say that this was actually his favorite moment, the moment that the championship is won, and that he sits back and he observes all the players' emotions and takes in the journey that it takes to reach that point. What a great reminder today to enjoy, to truly experience the special moments in life. Today is one of those special days. Today is a championship level day for our city and for the university. And it is my hope that we all take in the emotions and the significance of today for our athletes, for our university, but most importantly, for our city of Memphis. A city that is at its greatest when we all join forces to combine our strengths and spread its collective power beyond the 901. Today is an opportunity to do just that, to come together and to celebrate an amazing Memphian. Due to the incredible support of Liza Wellford Fletcher's family and Orgel Incorporated, I would like to officially announce the Liza's Light Soccer and Track Stadium Fund and the plans to construct the Liza Wellford Fletcher Soccer and Track Stadium. This fund was established to honor the memory and legacy of Liza, a loved one and friend of many, a member of the first women's soccer team to win a conference championship and to go on into the NCAA tournament. She was a beloved teacher, an avid runner, and an inspiring figure in the Memphis community. As a mother, a runner, a lover of sports, and a native Memphian myself, this project just means more. And it is my hope that this campaign unites our community with a ray of light, like Liza did. This fund is dedicated to building a state-of-the-art facility for our women's and men's soccer and track and field teams. The first phase of this project aims to raise $7 million to provide top-notch facilities for our athletes. Phase 1 enhancements will include a grandstand for soccer and track, a press box, a women's soccer team area, and the framework for the men's soccer side. Phases 2 and 3 will complete the build-out of the men's soccer area and construction for new spaces for track and field. The entirety of this project will impact almost 100 student athletes. Today, we will officially launch lizaslight.org, a website where you can learn more about this campaign and commit your support through donations or purchasing Liza's Light merchandise. And as we embark on this journey, we hope you follow Liza's Light 901 on Facebook and Instagram, as we will be providing updates and stories highlighting how special Liza is to our Memphis community. It is our hope that Liza's Light will carry on her passion, dedication, and spirit, continuing to inspire and uplift future generations of student athletes and Memphians. To share some of Liza's Light, we'd like to play this special video with you all.
Hey girls, it's Miss Fletcher. So before we go, I wanted to remind you of something that we do at St. Mary's that's so special and that I miss a lot, so I want to see if you can join in with me. We're going to sing This Little Light of Mine, okay? Ready? This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Liza is, like, when I've tried to explain Liza's personality to other people, there's no one that I can relate her to, because she was completely one of a kind. When I say that she led with her heart, I cannot mean that any more strongly. If Liza felt something, she did it. She went after it 100%.
I'm Liza's least athletic friend for sure. We did not bond over her sports. Right after I had my daughter Annie, I decided I wanted to run my first half marathon. And I told Liza, and she said, well, I'll do it with you. And so Liza and I did some of our long runs together, which was comical. And then came to race day, the St. Jude half, and she stuck by me the whole way through, even though it pained her to run a 10 or 11 minute mile with me.
She was a bright spot. I mean, she was the kid that could make everybody laugh. She's the kid that I could be getting into the team and, be in the worst mood and, look over and you just see Liza smiling.
I know we talk about her being a light. That's genuinely what she was. I think, and that's why people were drawn to her, whether it was teammates or friends or family or her students. She was just had this contagious personality where you wanted to be near her.
Wherever she went, I feel like she had a girl gang of, whether it was people in her class at Hutchinson, people on the soccer team, people that she ran with, people that she taught with across the street, her little girl gang of the kindergartners or the soccer players. Like, she just brought everybody into her world and just made them feel like they mattered.
She didn't allow things to really get her down, and if they did, she just had this innate ability to find the positive in it.
Liza faced obstacles almost, it seemed, all the time, just because of how fast she ran through life. And because she was so brave and sure of herself and sure of her faith, she knew that when she met an obstacle, whether that was on the sports field, personally, professionally, she knew that she herself and the obstacles that she had surpassed in her past, coupled with her faith, would get her through whatever obstacle it would be, and it never slowed her down. Like, I picture her, because she literally ran hurdles, it looked like that through life. She cleared it, and she didn't stop to look back and fret over what had just happened. She was on to the next one.
I mean, Liza's smile says it all. She had the biggest smile, and it was just through her whole body. She was pure and innocent and just one of a kind.
When this happened with Liza a couple of years ago, we were on the road with our team, and that's when the news came out about what had happened.
He's frantically searching tonight for a Midtown mom, last seen early this morning, being forced into a
Police
black
found Liza Fletcher's body 4 days after she was around the clock to find Liza Fletcher.
None of my players obviously knew Liza, and I'll never forget having to call a meeting and sit down with the team. I will never forget when I addressed the group and I told my team that she was one of them. They didn't know it was a former Memphis soccer player. And that weekend was a weekend I'll never forget when we found out. And, as collectively as a group, the team, the players too, decided that they wanted to, dedicate the entire season in her honor to Liza. And we made the Sweet 16, right? That's something, even through all the success that we had and all the championships, we had never made it that far. And I don't know if we would have done that without Liza. I really don't. And she was a huge part of our team. And I say the craziest thing that happened that year, where it's you knew Liza was part of the team, was, yes, we went to a penalty shootout in the semifinals of the conference tournament. One of their players stepped up, and sure enough, she's wearing number 26, which was Liza's jersey. And she steps up, she hits the post. And when she hits the post, the game was being streamed on, ESPN Plus. And the commentator said, "Wow, Memphis must have a guardian angel." And I didn't know this was going on. That never sunk in until after I got to come back and watch it. But we ended up winning the penalty shootout the next kick to advance to the final. And then we ended up winning the final. That was a moment that will give anybody goosebumps.
Defender steps to the spot. The pressure just continues to build as we begin the 7th round. And Eaton Collins off the woodwork.
Saved by the post. There must be a guardian angel there sitting on the post for Memphis this evening.
Well, I got involved 2 years ago, the women's sports at the University of Memphis. I was asked to be on the 901 Women. I went to the first meeting and I wanted to see the facilities and see what was going on, meet all the coaches. And Brooks was the first person to step up and say, "Hey, I want to meet with you, want to talk to you." So I went to the university one day to South Campus, and he had prepared a notebook for me, kind of showing me his thoughts on things that could be done and improved for the women's soccer program. So I went and toured the facilities, and I thought, you know what, we can do better. We can do better as a university. We can do better as a city. in supporting this program and the success that he had had, and they deserve to have, a decent locker room, a decent facility for people to come and watch them play. And so that's really when I got fully invested in trying to make the facilities better and give them a better space.
It would be a game changer to have a facility, to really house our kids. I've been fighting to get this for our kids for years. We've come close at times. So for this to become a reality, it means everything. I mean, the kids that have come through this program and won championships and done what they've done over the years, they've earned this. They deserve it. So to be able to not only name this facility after Liza, it's a dream come true for a coach that's been here going into my 25th year. And so it's going to help in so many ways. It's going to help just internally for our team to have the girls have a place where they can just hang out together, right? And bond from the recruiting standpoint, right? Because this is going to be an unbelievable facility.
I think having the soccer stadium named in Liza's honor and in her memory is a perfect way to remember Liza, because so much has been said about the way that her life ended. We want to remember all of the wonderful pieces of who she was. Really dips into a lot of kind of the buckets of who Liza was, from the athlete, the fierce competitor on the field, and also the champion for other athletes. And I think too, for it to be a stadium that can bring the community together, Liza was at her core a Memphian, tried and true through and through. And I think it is just really special the way that symbolizes her love for our entire community.
To name it after Liza feels fitting.
To be able to name the stadium after such a wonderful kid, it means the world. It means the world to be able to do that.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
If that video wasn't enough, please visit lizaslight.org. We got so many amazing stories about Liza. There's an even longer version that I would love for all of you to watch. Every time I watch it, I'm just reminded how extraordinary Liza is and how many people she's impacted. Now to share a little bit more about how special Liza is our very own head women's soccer coach, who happened to secure his 300th win last week, Coach Brooks Monaghan.
Christina was talking about Johnny sitting over to the side. She didn't mention me because I was the one with the champagne drinking. First of all, thank you all for coming out today. Today is obviously a very, very special day. I am truly overwhelmed with all kinds of emotion. In my 24 years here, I'm not sure I've ever read from a script. Today's going to be different. Today is a very special day. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Brooks Monaghan. I've had the privilege of coaching the women's soccer team here at the University of Memphis for more than 2 decades. I was Liza's coach. Throughout my tenure, I've had the opportunity to work with some remarkable young ladies, and Liza was undoubtedly one of them. Liza was not the most gifted soccer player, but her dedication, spirit, work rate, and smile were unmatched. She wasn't just a player. She was a leader. She was a friend and a true beacon of light for everyone who knew her. 2 years ago, I wrote a letter to Liza that reflected on the impact she had on our program and on me personally. Today, as we announce the Liza Fletcher Stadium, I can't help but feel that this is the perfect way to honor her legacy. This facility will be more than just bricks and mortar. It's a tribute to the passion, resilience, and community spirit that Liza embodied. For years, our student athletes have poured their hearts and souls into this program. Their unwavering commitment has led to 14 championships in the past 17 years and back-to-back appearances in the Sweet 16. Their achievements are even more impressive despite not having the facilities that match their talent and dedication. The truth is our athletes deserve a place they can be proud of, a home that reflects the excellence they display on the field every day. The Liza Wellford Fletcher Stadium is that place. It's more than just a venue. It's a gathering spot where we can unite, a place where we can bond as a family, a space that fosters a sense of community and pride that's so integral to our program. Unfortunately, our current facilities are lacking in so many ways. We need a facility that provides our athletes with a state-of-the-art locker room, a lounge where they can relax and grow as a team, and an area where they can call home with amenities that keep us competitive with other programs across the country. We truly have something special here at Memphis. But to continue this upward trajectory, we need facilities that match our ambition. This stadium isn't just a want, it's a necessity. Without it, we are behind. With it, we give ourselves a fighting chance. Our athletes have earned this, and it's long overdue. So today, I'm asking all of you for your support. Whether you're an alum, a fan, a member of this community, or simply someone who believes in the power of sports to transform lives, please consider joining us in this endeavor. Together, we can build a facility that honors Liza's legacy, supports our student athletes, and ensures that Memphis soccer continues to shine for years to come. At the end of the day, this project is so much bigger than our women's soccer program. It's so much bigger than sports altogether. It's truly about a wonderful young lady who was taken from us way too early and honoring her and what she stood for. This is for Liza. Before I introduce our next speaker, I want to say a few thank yous. There are so many people who have supported this project, and I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to each one of you. There are a few people I'd like to especially recognize. Number one, Liza's family and friends. Next, our committee, right? Some of you I didn't know, right? And I really got to know over the last few months. I think we could probably put a reality show together, right? For sure, Johnny would be the first voted off the island, right? Catherine absolutely would be the winner. But thank you guys, because not only were we a committee, I now have found new friends. Dr. Ed Scott, right, our AD, and Dr. Hargrave, our president, for their support on this project. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Ms. Dawn Grader, one of our committee members who I've got to know and will be forever grateful for everything that she's done for this project. Thank you.
Thank you, Brooks. I'm also not normally a person that reads from a script, but for lots of reasons today is a very special, very emotional moment for lots of us. So thank you, first of all, President Hargrave, Athletic Director Scott, members of Liza's family, distinguished guests, co-workers, of mine and many, many friends. I stand before you today as a lifelong Memphian, a woman of this community that was also abducted in September of 1981, with clearly a very different outcome. An alum of this university, a runner, the mother of a daughter that played competitive soccer from the 3rd grade till she went to high school at St. Mary's, where she played soccer in the fall and ran track in the spring. That is when we first met Mrs. Fletcher. Liza was one of her track coaches at St. Mary's. So when I was asked by Christina and Brooks to be a part of this committee, it made sense for so many reasons. Having always been a proud supporter of the University of Memphis athletics, leading an organization in this community that invests in the university and often has mentored and employed many of its students, most recently this summer, a member of the women's softball program. I was especially proud to have been asked 2 years ago to take a more active role in supporting the women's athletic programs by serving on the 901 Women Board. I have grown to respect each and every women's athletic program at this university. I quickly realized that Coach Monaghan, his staff, and players were basically an anomaly in today's collegiate sports landscape. With minimal resources and mediocre facilities, the young women have proven that they can repeatedly be successful. Imagine the successes that they could have achieved with a state-of-the-art facility. I am proud to be a part of the Liza Wellford Fletcher Stadium project. This project provides an opportunity for this community to come together to build a place for everyone. Men's and women's soccer, track and field events and meets, youth soccer practices and tournaments. Liza's legacy will be a shining example of how people can come together from all walks of life. The soccer community, the runners community, organizations and companies across this great city and county of all sizes, and individuals of all ages can be a light. The only clear and safe way to travel through darkness is with a light. I hope you will join me and the others that are under this tent who've already agreed to support and keep Liza's light shining. Thank you for letting me be a part of this incredible project.